fact that Giselle can bring a bodyguard, a security guard, as a prop to the reunion, but can't even bring her own husband, is an absolute mess.
She doesn't have a husband.
Like the fact that she, like that is the only way she can get a man to be behind it, by hiring a security guard. That is the only way.
Okay.
If you took your head a bit to the left so they can see behind the TV. Yes, Real Housewives of Potomac. Guys, it's 4 a.m. and we've just watched the reunion and our heads are just absolutely scattered. I'm here with my friend Jennifer. You've seen her on the channel before here and there. And we thought we'd just speak about this damn reunion because it was everything. And I want to get into the whole situation between Monique and Candice. That is the main thing. And I just feel like Andy Cohen was so biased. I feel like he was meant to be impartial as a host. We've seen him do that with plenty of other housewives on the show. The fact that he was questioning whether Monique was a rapper or not, which he has never done to Kim Zolciak, and we know that she tried to pursue a career with that as well. The fact that he was questioning Chris Samuels' career and how much he's earned when he's never done that to Croy or any other house husbands. I feel like it was very weird, the questioning behind a lot of the stuff. He just hasn't done that to Monique. I'm glad Monique has apologized. I do feel like it's a little bit too late. I do feel like Candice should have had more accountability, which she didn't, but I feel like Monique is more wrong in the situation, which is obvious.
I think Candice kind of, in ways, instigated the situation, and she was antagonizing her, and I am of the mindset that your words do have meaning and you have to watch what you say, and you can't tell someone, drag me, and not expect some sort of repercussion.
Right, because the thing that irritated me is that they kept on saying in the reunion that Candice never put her fingers. She was like, good night, and
get your hand on my face.
People were refuting as if that never happened. Now, it doesn't excuse Monique. As I've said before, Monique is more wrong in the situation because she got physical. However, Candice's hand was in Monique's face, first and foremost, period. And I just feel like that in itself wasn't accepted on the reunion. And Andy Cohen himself kept refuting that, and that you're the host.
Yeah.
So you should shut up, number one. And number two, if you want to speak about it, watch your own footage, because this is your own channel, this is your show. But clearly you haven't done your own research.
Yeah, he didn't watch it close enough.
He didn't watch it close enough, because the fact that you can refute certain things that have taken place is going to frustrate people.
He definitely seemed biased.
He did seem biased. I don't know why Andy was like that, because
he must not like Monique or something.
But the way Chris got up from his seat and he was like this, and like he was like so, I get why he's so passionate, because that's your child. Anything spoken about on your child, it should just be off limits.
Yeah, I agree. It should be off limits.
And again, they showed the lie between Monique and Chris, and Chris was very wrong to saying that he's Bruce Jenner and this, that.
Yeah,
that was disgusting.
That was fucked up.
Absolutely disgusting. But why didn't they show the lie of Candice?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like that in itself.
Only showing one side.
It was completely one-sided, and I didn't understand that. But I just feel like this reunion was a hot mess. It was entertaining, but I don't think a lot of justice came about it. I don't think a lot of good things, apart from the apology that Monique gave. I don't think anything was good about the reunion.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Giselle can bring a bodyguard, a security guard, as a prop to the reunion, but can't even bring her own husband, is an absolute mess.
She doesn't have a husband.
Like the fact that she, like that is the only way she can get a man to be behind it, by hiring a security guard. That is the only way. Like I feel like Giselle, why are you here? Like she's only great for the show because she engineers a lot of the storylines and she's a great catalyst. But apart from that, you have nothing else going on.
Yeah, that was embarrassing for her. This whole reunion was quite embarrassing for her.
Embarrassing. Like she just got absolutely destroyed left, right and centre by both Monique and Chris, and every time she
didn't really have anything to like
go with.
She didn't have any follow-ups.
She had no follow-ups, nothing. And I feel like she just got it completely because she was the one. They kept singing, oh, nobody brought it up on the show. She kept saying it in her confessionals about the trainer and calling him big boy, and the trainer was involved and did this, and apparently like it was brought onto the show by Giselle.
Yeah, that's true.
So again, they keep refuting these situations and events that have occurred, and it's frustrating as viewers. That's why production kept putting in certain clips of certain things to kind of show people like this is what is really going on. And Andy Cohen should know his own show. I've never seen him like that. It's all sketchy
though. Like
it's weird.
It's all sketchy.
There is this plot behind. There is this kind of agenda against Monique, and I definitely feel like that. I do feel like Monique her apology was a little too late. Like apologizing.
Yeah, there's
Do you know
never
what I mean?
a reason to get physical.
There's never a reason.
Or like there's never a
no.
justification to be physical.
No. So like I'm like, and there's now this discussion of contracts and everyone's been asked back. Monique has confirmed it. I actually want both Monique and Candice back. I feel like they both add so much to the show. Like this was a lot for Candice this season. It brings a lot into the show. Whether you like her or hate her, I want her back. I want both Monique back. I'm glad that they're all being called back to the show. But at the same time, I do feel like, you know, even with Candice was so quick to say that, oh, you know, she was confused that she'd be threatened, that Karen would feel threatened by her. For you to say to Karen that you should burn in eternal hell.
That was crazy, that whole situation.
Like for you to say that you would be telling Karen that she should burn in eternal hell, and then you're confused as to why she may feel threatened X, Y, Z, as if you're the only one who can feel like that. Like it's just, I don't know. Her entitlement confuses the hell out of me.
I was confused.
Like, and for her to constantly say that, oh, you know, you were paying these blogs, or you supported these blogs. How is Monique supporting these blogs in reference to Chris's other children outside of other marriages? Like, I don't understand that. And then he got aggressive with Monique and was shouting and screaming. And it's like, you don't need to raise your voice like that. Like, he went 0 to 100. But I'm glad that Chris Samuels, Monique's husband, was really like, I want to defend stood his ground. I've never seen a husband do that, where he was really like, I don't care if you...
deeply affected.
Right, because Andy Cohen likes to move on to other stuff, and he's like, no, we're going to keep talking about this. Let me have my moment. I'm going to keep talking about this.
Let me speak.
Let me speak. Exactly. I think it was entertaining.
For sure.
But I don't think it was productive for them.
I'll be interested to see what happens between Karen and Candice.
Do you think their relationship will come back? I think it has something. I think something's there.
I mean, I hope so, just because I feel like Karen needs all the allies she can get. And like, realistically, Candice and Monique, and now Ashley, are her biggest allies. But like, if Candice is team Giselle and Robin, it's just going to be it's not like an even playing field.
It's not, but I do see a relationship brewing between Wendy and Karen. I feel like they could, because Wendy's new, she's fresh. She came in a bad season. As a newbie, you've come into major drama. So you're going to now pick a side. And when you picked a side, people are going to dislike you or like you for that reason, not for us getting to know you. So I feel like she came in on a bad season, and hopefully I want her to come back, because she has given us some very good reactions in the show, whether it be when the bird was flying in her face, or other stuff gone viral.
I love her relationship with Eddie.
Right, that's very healthy as well. So I feel like I'm all here for Wendy now. At first I didn't like her because she was getting too involved with Monique, and you know, you're fresh and not an OG. But I feel like there's more for us that I want to see of Wendy. So hopefully she just comes back. But I feel like a lot happened in this 90-minute reunion. But Giselle overall she irritated me more than Candice did.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. I was getting irritated by Giselle.
Way more than Candice. I feel like Giselle kept interjecting, kept interrupting, you know, kept being so negative. When Monique's husband got emotional, when, you know, when Ray said that, oh, but let's do our 25th anniversary, and Karen got emotional, she was being negative.
Yeah.
It's like constantly. And it's like, without you hating on Monique, what else do you have to bring to the show? Because there's no other guy there for you or for the storyline. So there's nothing there. She reminds me a little bit of Kenya, because she's always finding a man in her early seasons. Kenya was always finding somebody from Walter, or this person, or some African prince, or whatever she kept saying. Yeah. And that's what she needs for the storyline. There's nothing else going on for Giselle. But I feel like Giselle will be brought back because she is a main character.
Kenya's much more funny than Giselle.
Yeah, Kenya's more established, even though she's been...
I love Kenya.
Even though she never came in as an OG. But I feel like Kenya is just more established and just more likable.
Yeah.
And I feel like Giselle isn't.
Yeah, like I thought I would love Giselle, and then I'm just like finding myself disliking her more and more.
I did like it here and there, because she's just funny shade, and she's always trying to... She acts as a catalyst for the beefs, but like without her, she mixes up a lot like Sheree does, which is great. But now after this reunion, I really disliked her. Like, this wasn't good for her at all. How are you in the hot seat, but you weren't even a main character in this season? Like, you didn't have any main... This was between Candice and Monique, mainly. You're not even a main character. You didn't have any main storylines on this season, yet you caught the most heat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that in itself I found to be confusing. But I enjoyed the season. I thought like it was thoroughly the best season of Potomac. It's beating the ratings when it comes to Atlanta. Nearly second week in. And I feel like it's only upwards for the show.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
season
can't wait
6.
to see what's next.
I just can't. I don't know what they're gonna play. I don't know what housewives.
Do you think they're gonna get a new cast member?
But like 8 housewives would be too much, no?
Yeah, fair enough.
Because 7 is a lot. I think
True.
8 would be too much. Maybe a new friend.
Yeah, no, there's
will come.
lots of places that they can go just within the cast.
Has any housewife show had 8 housewives?
Not to my knowledge.
Not that I know. I feel like 7 is cute because you have a lot going on with different ladies. There might be a new friend to the show, but hopefully this ensemble all comes back, because if this ensemble was perfect for the season, then we need that. It's like the season 6 of Atlanta, which is a perfect cast of people. Bring them back. But there was so much between them. Everyone is so split with the Monique Candice. The majority of online world is all supporting Monique. This is what I've seen, and there's a small portion of people who are supporting Candice. I feel like when they see somebody provoking someone, like how Kenya provoked Portia, they tend to be on the side of the person who gets physical. I've noticed that a lot. But I just feel like Monique is more in the wrong, but so is Candice. And that is just how I feel about the situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's not...
And
you can't lay hands.
You can't lay hands. You can't get physical. That makes Monique a liability on the show now that you've gotten it to that point. I don't think Monique will ever get like that again. But in the beginning of the season, Monique was provoking Candice a lot and goading her. And I do feel like, Candice tried to apologize. So I can see why Monique has that fuse, and you are now a liability, whether I like you or not. But at the same time, I do feel like when you bring someone's children into it, it hits a different nerve.
Yeah.
And you just get emotional and you start doing things that you shouldn't have done. She said it was a trauma, the way her dad used to do something to her, and that ignited something. I'm glad that she just apologized. I thought it was just too late. But I'm glad she apologized, that she engineered something. But
yeah, I mean, like, if you really care and you want to resolve things, like, you don't wait, like, you reach out privately. I understand that there was a legal battle going on, but yeah, like, if this is your friend and you really want to mend the situation and you feel extreme remorse, like, you would reach out sooner. But I do understand why she didn't at the same time.
What time is it? It is 5 in the morning right now. Actually not, it's 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning, guys, and we are here talking about Potomac. I think it was just a legendary reunion. 90 minutes. They gave us a good amount of content. And I'm just curious to know what Giselle's storyline is next season. That's the only thing that's on my head. What are you going to bring next season? Because all these housewives now try to do something before the show airs, so they have something going on. I don't know what Giselle's storyline is going to be.
I'm looking forward to it.
Because Jamal said he's never coming back to the show.
What are the people saying?
What are the people saying? Monique said, "My husband is a man. I appreciate this man being vulnerable with his wife. I'm blessed, favoured, and so lucky to have a man like Chris Samuels." Someone says, "I didn't like this reunion because there was a lot of bias and lies and no accountability. The worst reunion in Bravo history. Candice was not held accountable for none of her actions, not one time." Someone said Candice is being positive, and Giselle said, "Did anybody ask for her to go around the room?" Like, Giselle was constantly being negative for no reason. I release you, Giselle. Hurt people. Go get some help. That was hilarious. One thing that I feel like we need to talk about is Ashley. I feel like she won when it comes to this entire reunion.
I love Ashley. Ashley has won me over and constantly wins me over more and more.
I feel like when we see growth in Housewives, that she was very fucking messy throughout the entire season 1, 2, 3, 4. Now she's had babies. We see growth in her, change in her. But what I mean by what she's won is this whole Monique Candice stuff has overtaken the fact that her husband goes around and touches people without their consent. And I feel feel like grabbing people's butts without their consent. We should be talking more about that.
Yeah, that is so true. That saved her.
That saved her massively. She got grilled last year for it, and this year it happened again. There was more things seen.
Yeah.
Footage was unearthed. Why wasn't she more in the hotspot than anybody else? Because I don't think people actually understand how bad that is in the season and the era of #MeToo. And we're seeing so many ladies and men getting touched without the consent. This guy's going around doing it to so many people's butts, and it's somehow still on the show. They should have been fired from day one. I think it was disgusting, but no one's speaking about it because we're all focused on Monique and Candice. Hopefully Monique and Candice can get through this. Do you think they can?
I hope so.
I think maybe not the next season, but the season after that, there may be some kind of dialogue. Because the way I see it is, if Candy and Portia can get through it, and Portia made those lies about drugging and raping the damn girl, I feel like perhaps there's some kind of dialogue between these two. It could happen. You just never know. I feel like Candice is definitely returning. No shade, no tea, but she definitely needs the money. They just bought a new house.
For sure.
Like, they need that coin because the Bravo coin is a good coin for some people. Of course, Monique's husband is quite wealthy, so they may not need it as much. But I do feel like Candiace needs that, especially being independent from their mother, and they need that check. Otherwise, they're going back down that Dorothy route, and they don't want that. But yeah, damn. That was a great. You're so high right now. This is so. She's so funny.
I can't wait for next season. How am I going to live without them for these months?
I don't know, we've got Atlanta coming on next week. I'm kind of over Atlanta. It's not really bringing anything to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, I'm kind of over it. We need Phaedra. Nene is never coming back. She's boycotting the damn show. Like, she burned every bridge. Like, but the way Andy's been behaving in this reunion has made me think that maybe Andy is a bit weird, the way Nene is saying. Maybe there's something to it.
Yeah, I've never seen this side of him before.
I've never seen this side of Andy before. Like, it's really weird.
Yeah, it was excessive. For sure.
Very. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this reunion. What are your thoughts? Subscribe, click that button. I would appreciate it. And yeah, it was a great season. We'll catch you guys soon.